to see you.
Alright there, Revenants, welcome back to Code Vein and the Road to 100, where today we're looking at the Frozen Empress, and we'll see how long my voice will hold out here. So, apologies for the coughing, there's probably going to be a couple mutes here in between. But this boss is not what she seems. This boss has probably, I think, on the order of 30 attacks. 30 different attacks that you have to watch for, that you have to understand, and that you have to kind of characterize. So I'm going to group them kind of into some general categories, because she is one of the very, 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 very few bosses in the game that are very, very, very difficult to 100% be invincible to. You can't just go ice, as she does different attacks that are not ice flavors, as well as she does ice attacks that you wouldn't think are actually ice attacks. So we'll kind of go through it a little bit slow here, and if it gets to be too cumbersome on my voice here, then we'll just call it good. But there is one way to mitigate all of her attacks, and we'll get to that towards the end. So for now, the idea is that we are going for one of the highest generalist kind of blood veils here, without going for the GXL overgear, which is the best generalist in all three categories, pierce, slash, and crush. However, you can't use it outright. Well, I guess we could go for something like Dex and Mind, and we could then go for this. As that will definitely allow you to be a generalist here, but remember that you now have to try and get focused still. You can go for strength and dex as long as you go for one kind of dex. It doesn't matter which one. Any of these four is fine. If you want more stamina, more strength, more damage, whatever, but the best to go for is Dex and Mind, as this guy has a Dex of C requirement. So keep that in mind. So if you go for the GXL overgear, you'll notice that we can get very, very, very close to full invincible on our own. However, we can't do it on our own, so we do have to take one kill here before we get into the fight here. So we'll just go ahead and get some Ichor, and then we'll die. We'll get Mia to... Okay, good. And whoops, and we're dead. Okay. So, unfortunate there. I wish I could show you the defenses now. But this is kind of a Guardian Aid specific type of development here, that you have to have Guardian Aid active. You cannot be invincible 100% across the board to any of her attacks. Now the claw attacks that you see her doing, those are crush attacks, and this attack here is a crush attack as well. Okay, so we'll go for that. Is also a crush attack. So we are almost focused here. So let's go ahead and get some more Ichor. All these little things coming in are crush attacks as well. Okay, Mia's dead, but we'll bring her back. Okay, so now you will notice that we are 100 defense across the board here, which is great. So now you have all of the nonsensical attacks here to deal with, from the all of this ice stuff that's going everywhere. Those ice crystals are a pierce attack, and not everything is an ice attack. So like these attacks here that are going around, those are all ice as well. Now you will notice that on the top of the screen, she has an ice buff on at the moment, and that is to let you know that that is to let you know that you need to have over about 300 ice defense in order to actually defend against her top level ice values. So that is very, 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 very problematic. And as you see, I mean, we are just taking hit after hit after hit here. And this is a surefire way to make sure that you are actually to make sure that you're actually going to survive, as well as she's taking a huge amount of reduced damage because of her ice defense crystal here that she has running around her as well. And so this is a way that you can go about if you are doing a co-op build set with an actual AI co-op partner. This is a way that you can go for a pipe win. This is the only way you can go for, you know, a pipe win of this flavor. Now you'll notice that Guardian Aid and everything is about to end here, so it's important that we die here. So yep, go ahead and kill me, please. So let's get in here and die. So Mia will hopefully pick us up. Nope. Okay, so Mia did not pick us up. So that is also the problem. But if you're playing with an actual AI partner, and if you're actually going for you know, communications, then you can surely go for a 100% invincible play. However, that is very dependent on your friends. Now, if you go for solo defenses here, you can sort of get there in this regard, and so you can go for something like the Black Saber Devour, and at this point you are able to actually go ahead and try for some ice defense here, and you can get pretty high ice defense, all things considered here. So if we go for all of our things, okay, and you'll notice that we will get pretty close here, and we are at 162. Whoops, and we'll do this. So we are now at 182. Oh, whoops, and I did that wrong. This needs to be ice. There we go. Let me heal back up here and do it correctly here. So with another 45, that will be 287. So let me show you here. Sure, we'll go for all the things just to kind of see it correctly here. Okay, and then with yet another ice defense here, so we are at 227, which is pretty good overall. And if we head on in here, let's go ahead and, whoops, I didn't want to do that. I want to do this. So we'll heal once, and then we will get over there, and you'll see that if she doesn't have her ice buff, we can handle the ice attacks here at the moment. But as soon, so she got her ice, or she got her defensive buff, and she will get her whoops, now we have no elemental wall, so we need elemental wall. You'll notice that she will get her defense here in a little bit, or her ice attack buff, and now she has her ice attack buff, and you'll notice that all of a sudden some of the attacks are now way above and overpowered to our ice defense, which our ice defense is at 227, which is really high, and we need to now, and we did have up in the 60s range. Okay, so let's go for our ice again. Okay, so you can see that if she does get her ice abilities, her ice attack, then we are going to have some problems. And so if you stop the ice buff from actually happening, you can get pretty deep into her attack pool, because you can defend against the ice business. However, if you don't get that deep into her defenses, then you won't be able to defend against her ice setups and everything. So that is a real problem that you have to be cognizant of. And as you see, all of this ice mess that's on the screen here. So we'll go ahead and get our ice defenses going again. And Mia will bring us back. That's good. And because we are doing ice defense, it helps out Mia quite a bit with survival. But you can also see that her claw attacks, they do an incredible amount of ice damage. And so even though we have a huge amount of ice defense, she is still able to go above and beyond our ice defense, even with Guardian Aid actually active. So you can see here that with Guardian Aid active and with a 242 ice defense, absolutely crazy here that we can actually have that high of an ice defense, and we can still take damage even with everything that is up and active. So absolutely crazy that that's the case. However, that is, you know, that is the case with this boss, and you just have to respect it, and it is what it is. As you can see, we're just a ping pong ball here, taking all kinds of damage. Okay, and let's go for this again. Let's go ahead and heal. Alright. Ugh. So it's a little bit crazy, and on top of all of this, everything is tied to you know, the idea that she has about 380,000 HP here at +10 difficulty, which is absolutely bananas. So even these ice pillars hurt you, everything hurts you. There is nothing that you can do that is a happy time here with her. Oh, look, I mean, just look at the amount of attacks that are coming in. Absolutely mind-blowing. Okay, so let's go ahead and get gift extension going. Okay, Mia's doing some awesome dodging. Okay, and we're getting flattened again. So let's go for more ice defense. We're dead. And Mia's gonna pick us up, which is great. And we still don't have a prayer. So, okay, let's go for elemental wall. And so you can see the amount of effort this will take doing it this way. There is no simple method here for what we are going for. We are barely tickling the health bar here. And you see we're like out of healing, about a third of a way through her health bar and everything. And so all of those attacks, you want high ice and you want high / crush and pierce. Unfortunately, that is not possible to have 100% in all 4 of those categories. So pick your poison. Do you want / crush and pierce, or do you want ice? And like I said, there's just so many attacks to think about that the one and beautiful way that you can get through this fight quickly, easily, simply, and move on is to simply go for a very fast quick kill, and get through her as fast and as quick as possible. This build set right here is probably your fastest, simplest method here. and I will show you why. So you want to go for gift extension first. Get Mia to give you her gift extension. Go for Blood Awakening. And then go for a couple of abilities here. And that's good enough. Let's go back to Homing Hellfire. And we will just run in. And we go for all the things. And you want to make sure that you dodge as possible. Okay. And remember, this is plus 10 difficulty. And this is just the... Oh, except for us dying right there. Okay, let's go back. And so we almost got through it. But look, 39 seconds and we were almost done. And this has the highest success rate for the ability to... has the highest success rate for the ability to actually create the kill without too many problems. And you can like do this over and over without you know, having too much pain in how this actually happens. And you can kind of stand in one spot almost and just kind of make her miserable and ruin her outright, just because of the fact that you know, everything is exceptionally effective versus her here. Okay. And so again, you know, plus 10 difficulty in 40 seconds, basically 43 seconds. So not too bad. So if you're having a problem with all of the defenses, the best way to go about this is to remove her health immediately, very, very, very quickly. And so if you go for not plus 10 difficulty, you can actually get there even faster. And this is, you know, completely fair, absolutely completely fair because of her ridiculous health pool and the amount of attacks and everything that she does. I consider this completely fair, with no shame or guilt about it. Okay. Oh, come on. And she's dead. So, kind of that was a little bit of a sadness there. So it was about 15 seconds faster or something like that than the plus 10 difficulty. So 28 seconds was not too bad, but she got a jump off there at the end. But you can see that you don't have to deal with her ice attack and her higher defense, and you don't have to deal with any of the arena shenanigans that you actually have to try and think about. So if you go for this development and go for this setup to try and get her down very far in her health pool, you'll notice that the arena gets absolutely cluttered in a seriously horrible kind of way. So let's bring her down here, and we'll bring her down to about right there. We'll keep her about right there. We'll get our ichor back. And you'll notice that the amount of ice things that start to show up on the screen here is a little bit ridiculous. So her icicles come back. Here comes the laser beam. Okay. She's going to do a whole bunch of other stuff. She's going to get an ice shield here in a second. And the crystals are doing their business around her. So there's her defense. Now the arena has the crystals in it, which is horrible. Okay, she's doing her flips. There's an enhanced version of the claw attack. Oops. Yep. Okay. Let's go ahead and heal up here. And you'll start to notice that there's just going to be all kinds of stuff all over the arena happening here all at one time. So there's the laser beam again. Okay, let's go ahead and heal. And that laser beam is a 2-axis laser beam, so you have to be careful with that. And there's the regular version, not the enhanced version of those crystals. At some point she will get her shield here. Okay. Now Mia, oh, okay, I was gonna say Mia might actually kill her here, unfortunately. So she does get an ice shield here. And if you're inside this arena and you get close to these ice crystals, there will be so much, yep, there's the activation, and those crystals will explode. Those are the enhanced versions. Okay, so Mia killed her. But those are some ridiculously crazy attacks to constantly be avoiding, while at the same time trying to deal damage. So the best defense in this case is a superior offense to ensure that you absolutely, no pun intended, burn her down quickly. I'm surprised I'm still talking. But this entire setup here is in this arena is very important to kill her fast, because the longer the fight goes, the worse it gets. So anyways, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you maybe tomorrow. I don't know, might have to give my voice a rest on that one, but you can't really hear it, but maybe you can, but it's exceptionally tiring, and it dries out my throat real quick. Anyways, too much information. So we'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.